Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerates Takes NFL Week 10 Overreactions. Noah, I gotta say, the overreaction of the weekend. I don't even know if it's the overreaction of the weekend, but the reaction of the weekend has been what is happening with the Colts and Jeff Saturday as the head coach. Obviously, Jeff Saturday coming in, not a lot of experience, you could say, as a head coach in the NFL or as a coach in the NFL. But hey, they come out, they beat the Raiders 25-20, proving his tweet that was tweeted out when he was still an analyst that the Raiders are not good at football. Noah, I gotta say, I love everything about Jeff Saturday, what he did for this Colts team already. I mean, bro. Throwing Matt Ryan in there, I mean, that's a no-brainer, so congratulations on taking that first step of getting them better. And then, I don't know what he did during the week, but don't get me wrong, the Raiders are bad, but the Colts win a close one, 25-20. Not a monumental step for the Colts. I'm not saying they're alive for the season, but, right direction type move. You're not moving lateral now, you might be taking a small step up, but it's still a step up.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders are fucking done.
Yeah, the Raiders are so done.
I think that's safe to say at this point. The Colts, however, I mean, fuck. They're in a position. I don't think they're winning the division over the Titans. I don't think that happens, especially with the Titans having 2 wins over them, which is essentially an extra game. But they could fight for a wild card spot.
They absolutely could.
They have the talent on the team to do so. So, I mean, fuck, Colts lose this game, I might have wrote them off. But maybe the hiring Jeff Saturday was what they needed to turn the season around. Raiders are fucking done, though.
Yeah.
And that still blows my mind. I thought this Raiders team was going to be good. They were going to be competitive.
Bro, seriously. Go ahead, sorry.
They got a lot. They got a lot of issues.
So many.
I don't really even fully know what those issues are, other than they don't know how to win games. Like they're not bad on paper. Like you look at them on paper and they're not even that bad. It's just like somehow it's not working. Throwback to week 1 when everybody was like putting out those stats. You're like, Devontae Adams has more receiving yards and catches and touchdowns than the entire Packers receiving group. Not that I'm bitter or anything, but how's that going now? How's that going now with the 2-win Raiders?
Bro, not well at all. And let me tell you something, bro. That's the thing. Like the Colts, it was just an issue. It might have been a morale issue. And so Jeff Saturday comes in. He's a morale guy. He gets the boys hype, and he understands the guys. He's a player coach. Blah blah blah. But the Raiders, I don't know if you saw Derek Carr's press conference afterwards, but what he had to say, and essentially mentioning that there's someone in the back there that doesn't care, and yet here we are, and this is why we're playing bad. I mean, maybe is he tipping his hat to Josh McDaniels? I mean, I don't know. At this point, no. Like, if you're the Raiders, do you look at shopping Derek Carr and getting him out of the building, or are you looking at getting the head coach out of the building, or you think they need another year to gel?
Yeah, I think this just goes to show for any other team. Don't hire coaches off the Belichick coaching tree. They've all done terrible.
Do not hire Belichick coaching tree. I repeat, do not hire Belichick coaching tree.
And so here's the thing. Josh McDaniels, he's going to get fired in a year or two, not this year. And then he's going to end up winding up back as Belichick's offensive coordinator again. And then the Patriots are going to somehow win a fucking Super Bowl with McDaniels calling that offense. That's just kind of like what happens. But yeah, oddly enough, you got Nick Saban's coaching tree where they all have tremendous success as head coaches. And then you got Belichick who, they all leave and then they find their way back because they get fired as a head coach very quickly.
And I will say the reason behind that, from what I've seen at least, listening to players talk and stuff, is, they come in with that, it's Patriot football. This is how the Patriots do it. This is how we're going to do it. But they have no resume. They've won with the Patriots, but what have you done as a head coach? And so they're running these sprints, taking pay cuts and shit, and they're like not winning. So you end up like the Patriots, like the Raiders are now. very unfortunate, very concerning if you are a Las Vegas Raiders fan. That's a rough existence right now. It just is, especially with all the talent on there, and with Renfro, Darren Waller being injured. Not a good time. Not a good time to be a Raiders fan. And let me go ahead and set the table on the Brofect1 and AJ. Thanks for coming in and listening and watching. That's the Money Train college basketball guru, daddy, the diamond, sportsbook whisperer, all hail the king of the rings. Noah, I mean, Sunday was crazy. Like, it started with that Colts game. And then, that didn't even start with that. It started with the Seahawks and the Bucks, like in Germany. First of all, I would like to shout out German crowds. They were awesome. Granted, I only watched the second half because that was like 7 o'clock here. Like, I ain't doing that after a night out. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. But they were hyped for the event to be there. I'm excited for more games to be in Germany. And then the Bucks coming out. Can't bet against Brady. Perfect let-up spot for the Seahawks. Not saying by any means necessary. Again, the Buccaneers look good. Their defense looks a little bit more serviceable than usual. But I am not saying by any means, Noah, and I'm a big Brady guy. I'm not saying by any means they are back and a big threat to happen now.
No, they don't look good. They don't look like a good team. I'm not worried about the Bucks at all. They're gonna somehow fucking find a way to win that division. I mean, it's gonna somehow come down to them and the fucking Falcons, which is
that's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting full on for the Dirty Birds to somehow pull out a miracle and win that division at an 8-9, 9-8 record. Who knows? Could happen. But. God, the Bucks are gonna. I said it like a week or two ago. They're gonna somehow win this division and make the playoffs at 8 and 9. It's gonna be like stupid, and then they're gonna get fucking shellacked in the first round by whoever they end up playing, which I believe, will be whoever gets that top wild card spot. Which could be a number of teams right now.
No, absolutely. And the Buccaneers win, I think, was more the Seahawks not showing up than it was the Buccaneers playing better. Like, Geno Smith still had some good stuff. Like, the offense still looked decent for the Seahawks. They just couldn't make everything click when they needed to.
Yeah, Bucks are going to end up with the first round matchup against like the Giants or the Cowboys and maybe the 49ers. I don't know, but it's going to be a spanking.
It is going to be a spanking, Noah. And let's talk about a game that wasn't a spanking, though. And that being a game that was a hell of a lot better than it should have been. Shout out to the over being the easiest thing of the weekend. Lions-Bears. I mean, coming down to the end, Lions win by 1 point. This game was short of a double, going to be an absolute classic. The Bears still finding a way to lose, but... Listen,
they do what they do best.
They did.
They do what they do best.
They did. And hey, at least we're good at something. But long-term, like this season's done for the Bears. Okay, this season was done when it started for the Bears. However, seeing how Justin Fields has really progressed this season, I am, for the first time, Noah, I can comfortably say I am okay with the quarterback room in Chicago. Short of them, of course, drafting another quarterback this year, trading for another quarterback, or doing anything else the Bears have done in the last, 4 fucking years. And so, if it stays the way it is, I'm very comfortable with the direction the Chicago Bears are going. And I also, if I'm a Lions fan, I'm very comfortable in how we're going. This was a close game that would have been typical Lions fashion this season to lose, but they come out on top. MCDC getting his first win on the road, I believe. Shout out to the Lions.
Yeah, Fields has looked good the last 3-4 weeks.
Since Belichick talked.
He's looked good, which yeah, I've loved shitting on him, but you haven't heard me say anything the last couple of weeks because he's played good football.
Yeah.
And, the Bears still fucking suck as a team,
so
but...
So bad as a team.
But their offense is putting up way more points than I expected. They completely sold out all their good pieces on defense. So I think if you're the Bears, like, it's obvious you're in a rebuild. Fields might be your guy.
Is the guy.
I'm still not sold on him, but I'm not.
I'll give a crown right now. He is the guy. And I know why. And this is why it's an overreaction show, Noah. Because I know I'm going to get my heart broken come draft time, and we pick up C.J. Stroud somehow. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting here like, what the fuck?
AJ, you should be happy. I've transitioned from Fields as a bust to... He's got potential. He might be good. That's the best I'm going to say about him, because show me more than a 3 or 4 game stretch, and then we'll be talking. Like,
no.
The thing is, he hasn't played more than 1 good game in a row his entire career up till now, and he's had 3 or 4 good ones in a row. So, I mean, positive outlook if you're a Bears fan, I guess. But that defense is atrocious, and
so bad.
They're gonna take at least 2 or 3 years to rebuild that defense into something good. So
yeah.
I don't see the playoffs anytime soon in the Bears' future. Maybe like 3-4 years from now they can make a run.
No, but here's what's going to end up happening, though. I can tell you right now what's going to happen. The Bears aren't going to be good until Justin Fields' contract year. They're going to fuck around and make it to the first round of the playoffs. We're going to pay Justin Fields $500 trillion and for over the next 25 years. And then either we are with a bad quarterback for 25 years, or we're in a Bobby Bonilla situation. Shout out the Mets, who somehow did that again with Edwin Diaz. Mets, how the fuck do you keep doing this? Anyway, different sport. Sorry, Noah. That grinds my gears more than anything, though. Let's move on to a team that is desperate to have their starting quarterback back. And no, I'm not talking about my Cardinals because I'm glad Kyler Murray's on the sideline. Not glad that he's hurt. Glad Colt McCoy's starting, though. Let's talk about the Browns being desperate as fuck to have Deshaun Watson back on the field. They activated him as of this recording to go back to practice ahead of his suspension being lifted. Browns take an ugly loss to the Dolphins, 17-39. I gotta say though, Noah, the Dolphins look like a damn good football team when they play well. Come on. They're gonna make it to at least the second round.
Their defense concerns me a lot. They'll make the playoffs. I don't know that they'll win a playoff game, but they'll make the playoffs. Yeah, I could see them absolutely getting shellacked in the first round by... I mean, where are they sitting right now? Obviously, these standings aren't going to hold up through the end of the year, but... Oh, they're a half a game above Buffalo for the division lead. That's not going to hold up. Actually, Buffalo's in 3rd place in that division right now.
Well, yeah, for that loss to the Vikings.
Yeah, they got Miami 1, New York Jets 2, Buffalo 3, and then you got the Patriots only 1 game back from that. Talk about a fucking tough division. You got the NFC Beast and the AFC Beast out here just playing like absolute dogs.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, that division, those divisions have been absolutely just performed better than anyone expected. Like everyone thought it was going to be the West, but here's the East Coast coming in like motherfuckers. You forgot about us.
But I'll tell you this, Miami's set up to be a very good regular season team. They're not set up to make a playoff run because their defense is kind of dog shit, and they're going to give up. Like, say they somehow win that division, right? And then they get a division matchup. I mean, as it stands right now, they'd be playing, the Patriots in the first round.
Yes.
That's a toss-up game.
I don't think it's a toss-up game. Give me the Dolphins any day of the week, especially in Miami. Because Miami would have home field. No.
I don't care. And here's the thing: people give Tua too much credit. He's mediocre at best. It's just the fact that he has. No, it's because he has Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. You throw like half the quarterbacks in the league with those 2 receivers, and they're going to be putting up better numbers than Tua.
Yes, and Noah, when Aaron Rodgers made his 2 MVP runs, who did he have a wide receiver?
Devontae and nobody else.
Devontae and nobody else. Come on. MVS did damage for you.
MVS didn't do anything.
Oh, I will not listen to that bullshit. Yes, obviously you need to have a good fucking wide receiver core in order to be an MVP quarterback. Obviously, Noah. Like that's like saying you need peanuts to make peanut butter. Like, no shit. I think Tua is the rightful MVP right now. Him or Josh Allen?
No.
Josh Allen throws too many picks, though.
I was going to say Josh Allen, after throwing 3 interceptions in a game that the Bills should have easily won and, like, literally choking the game away.
In overtime, too. Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead. Actually, no, let's move on. Let's talk about that game. Vikings win in overtime, 33-30. No, this game should have been an absolute rout by the Bills. I mean, Josh Allen starting, his elbow, his UCL didn't seem to bother him. And they come out firing. They come out firing. They were up 24-10 going into the half, and then just let it slip away. I don't know what happened if they all took fucking sleeping medication at halftime or something because the defense didn't show up, the offense didn't show up, and then nothing mattered in overtime. I mean, they kicked the field goal. It's good. I don't know. Like this might be a very bad injury for Josh Allen, but the Bills still got to be able to win that game.
Josh Allen turned the ball over, 4 times? What do you have, 3 interceptions in that fumble on the goal line to give the Vikings the win?
2 interceptions. I'm not seeing any fumbles right now.
Oh, 2 in the fumble. Okay.
Yeah, 2 in the fumble.
Either way, this game, like, was very good, but also really shitty at the same time. Like, neither team wanted to fucking win this game.
No. Like, both teams were trying to give it away.
And just epitome of the Vikings, like, series by series, even more than that, play by play. Half the times the Vikings look like they want to win the game, and half the time they're trying as hard as they can to lose the game, and they just go back and forth.
They try so hard to lose.
I think the Vikings are like somehow they have a goal. It's built into all their contracts where they get a bonus for going to overtime as much as possible. So they try as hard as they can every single game to like push it to overtime or make it dicey down to the wire. Last score wins the game. The Vikings love that. This is the same exact Vikings team as last year.
Yeah.
The only difference is last year they fell on the wrong side of one-score games most of the time, and now they're falling on the right side of one-score games. Let's keep in mind they have not won a game by more than 8 points.
No.
They do not have they're 8-1 now. They have 0 2-score wins. And then they got blown up by the Eagles in their one loss. But it's funny. If you pay attention to Twitter or any of the social media, all these Vikings fans are like, well, give us our respect now. And everyone's like, yeah, I mean, you guys are good, but like,
Justin Jefferson, congratulations.
By the way, so in the AWS whatever era, which I don't know how many years that's been going on for, no receiver has ever had more than 6 catches in a game with a less than 50% completion probability.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson had 9 this game. He had 9 catches. 9 out of his 10 catches had a less than 50% completion percentage. And the dude's an absolute stud. Kirk Cousins is not good. Kirk Cousins just looks good because he's throwing to Justin Jefferson 15 times a game. And holy fuck, Justin Jefferson is an absolute monster.
He's a beast.
The fact that 9 out of 10 of his catches had a less than 50% completion percentage. And you know what he did? He just made all those catches instead. He's like, fuck it, I can do it.
Noah.
And
yeah.
Oh my God, it pisses me off a little as a Packers fan, but Kirk sucks, and Kirk Thuggins is getting a lot of love now. And let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not lie about it. It's all Justin Jefferson. He is the heart and soul of this offense, this team. He very well might be the best receiver in the league. I'm not going to definitively say he's number 1, but he is top 5 100% and most likely top 3 in the league in only his 3rd year.
All right, Noah.
Dude's amazing.
All right, Noah, you have to place a bet on Kirk Cousins, Tua, or Danny Dimes to win MVP. Who do you place the bet on? Gun to head. You have to place a bet.
Well, if you're forcing me to bet between the three of them, then it's going to be.
I gave you the three options.
Only because you want to force me in, you want to pigeonhole me into saying Tua.
I'm just saying. Like, those are realistic MVP candidates right now.
I'm putting my money into a CD and letting it mature at like 1.2% APR.
No, a future on the Suns to win the West is not a CD. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about another shit game, that being the Texans and the Giants. Giants win 24-16. All I have to say is congrats. You won a game you're supposed to win. Thanks for the easy money on the spread.
Yeah, and the Giants continue winning. Like, they won a couple early, and then we're falling into this little lull of the fact that they just have such a fucking easy schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, their last... Well, yeah, you look at their last 3 games, they're 2-1. They beat the Jaguars, got spanked by the Seahawks, and then beat the Texans. Meh. Whatever. But then they have the Lions. Like, they're only a 3-point favorite. They play at the Cowboys, which they'll probably lose.
Yeah.
And then they have the Commanders, Eagles, Commanders, Vikings, Colts, Eagles. So get ready for the Giants to hit the skid marks hard here.
Yeah, if you wait for that Giants meltdown, that classic Giants, like we can't win football games meltdown, don't you worry, it's coming. It's coming.
Well, they have the Lions next, which isn't a gimme, but they lose to the Lions. They lose to the Lions, like I said. You got Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles, Commanders, Vikings, Colts, Eagles.
And hey, listen to our show on who we picked for that. Sorry, no.
I was going to say this is why prior to this week with the Giants, even at, what were they, at 6-2, now they're at 7-2, but sitting at 6-2, and I said, I wouldn't be half surprised if the Giants missed the playoffs. And I still wouldn't be, because they could easily, what do they got, 8 games left. They could easily lose 6 of those.
Oh, yeah. No issue.
And they lose 6. They're at a 9-8 record, and you're pushing it for a wild card spot. They somehow lose 7 of those games, and I don't think they make it.
Yeah,
Giants at 8 and 9.
Definitely in jeopardy. Definitely in jeopardy. But I've enjoyed the ride while I can. That's why I still think the New York Jets, who did not take a loss this week, will still win the Super Bowl. Noah, can we talk about my favorite quarterback to talk about in the NFL right now?
Who's that?
Oh, no.
Ryan Tannehill?
No. It's the guy that makes me feel dangerous. Wake up in the morning and, want to do some high knees and just all the stretches and everything. Russell
through the airplane aisle.
On the absolute down spiral of a career I have ever seen. Taking a nice L from the Titans, 17-10. Titans at home, take the big win. Noah, I love saying this. The Broncos are not a good football team. It wasn't the quarterback. It wasn't the head coach. It's the whole fucking team.
Be careful. It's spicy.
Nothing is spicy about this team, Noah. I swear to God, their definition of spicy is, oh shit, they put mayo on the sandwich. That's probably what the secret sauce was for the Degenerates sandwich. He couldn't handle the mayo. He couldn't handle the mayo, bro.
Yeah, God, this game sucked. Titans played a shit game.
So bad. Titans played bad too. I'm not letting the Titans off by any means, but I mean, they won the game, so they played better than the Broncos.
The whole thing is, it just continues. Denver is the Iowa of the NFL. Like, their defense is good. Their defense is legit. Their offense just has so many fucking problems. They don't know what to do.
No idea. So, no, by the way, new rule for the betting show, we always take Bears overs and Broncos unders. I think that's the BB over-under.
I mean, the Broncos have got to be like... Broncos are 8-1 on the under this season.
Hey, there you go. That's all the proof I need right there. All the proof I need. Broncos suck. The Broncos suck. And Russell Wilson fans, eat my ass because he is not a good quarterback. He has never been a good quarterback. Pete Carroll is just a hell of a head coach.
Well, you know, that might be fair. I was going to say Russell's just washed and past his prime.
Maybe.
But then again, he leaves, and Pete Carroll's got the Seahawks at a winning record and winning the NFC West.
Like that is the complete opposite of the Brady Patriots thing. You know what I mean? Like, and then I guess it's still up for debate, but off of immediate reaction, it seems like Brady's had more success than Belichick. And Pete Carroll already having much more success than he would have had with Russell Wilson this year. Because the Seahawks would not be in this position. I'm a firm believer the Seahawks would not have a winning record with what Russell Wilson quarterback. It just wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, hard to say. But Geno Smith having a hell of a season. Shout out to him.
Shout out. No,
and you know, the Titans are a good football team. I keep saying this every week. I get it. They're boring as fuck, but they're good.
We'll see what you say when we do our NFL bets and they play the Packers on Thursday night. Let's go ahead and move along. Jaguars, Chiefs. I mean, 10 points, Chiefs win, as they should have. Would like more points to make it feel a little bit more convincing, but the Jaguars, they're progressing. They're progressing. They'll be a half-decent team in 3 years. We'll be talking about wild card in 3 years.
I'm okay with giving it 3 years.
I think it's fair. They're in a full rebuild from quarterback on, and so they're gonna need time.
Yeah, and they're not good now, but that's okay because they're not as
before.
They have improved over last year. So they're stepping in the right direction, and that's all I can say for Jacksonville. The Chiefs continue to most weeks look like a Super Bowl contender.
Yes, absolutely.
I think the Chiefs are very good. Not going to go as far as saying they're the best team in the league, but they're close to it. I
will go as far as saying they are more Super Bowl favorites in my opinion than the Bills. I think the Chiefs have a better chance at winning the Super Bowl than the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills have kind of had their defensive weaknesses.
Defensive weaknesses and the turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over in the Super Bowl. You just can't do it.
And this goes back to week 1 when I was talking about their game against the Rams, where, they scoreboard-wise dominated that game. They've had a couple other games this season where they've dominated on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But I kept noting, I'm like, these turnovers are making me nervous. Like, they're going to bite them in the ass some way or another. Obviously, losing the turnover battle against the Vikings, like 4 or 5-2, something like that.
Yeah.
Game's still, they're still good enough that they can lose a turnover battle 4-2 and put that game into overtime. But, like, I mean, you take care of the ball, and that's a 14, 17-point win. Like,
easily.
Like they're just making too many mistakes with the ball. It makes me nervous. Couldn't they figure it out? Yes. I don't know. It's the same thing with like the Eagles defense forcing a bunch of turnovers. I'm like, I don't think it's sustainable. I think at some point that's going to dry up and their defense is going to get exposed for giving up too many yards.
Oh, yeah.
Bills are the complete opposite. Like, it's like you could be dropping 40, 50 points on every team every week if you weren't turning the ball over 3-4 times a week. But, maybe they figure that out. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll find out. A team, though, excuse me, that seems to have found the missing puzzle piece. Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Saints 20-10. TJ Watt, welcome back. Nice to have you. That defense was missing that. Noah, can you tell me any good reason why Jameis Winston is not playing?
The Saints are a bunch of cucks and they don't want to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. How do you trot out Andy Dalton again, going 17 for 27 on the day? One touchdown, but 2 interceptions, and then might as well throw in Taysom Hill in there as well. Yeah, the Saints seem like they don't want to win football games.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just, what week did Jameis get injured?
Oh. It's been a while. I want to say week 6, week 5.
Okay, so Jameis started the season 1-2. Dalton comes in, loses to the Vikings, beats the Seahawks, loses to the Bengals, loses to the Cardinals, beats the Raiders, loses the Ravens, loses to the Steelers. So Dalton, what is that? 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 2-3. Dalton's 2-5 since taking over that job. Jameis was 1-2 and losing a game to the Bucs where they should have been in that for longer. He threw a couple bad interceptions in that, and then losing to the Panthers in a game that they should not have lost. But put Jameis in.
Yeah, unless he is medically unfit to play, put him in.
Oh, he's healthy.
That's why
he's healthy now.
Why is he dressing?
I don't know why. What's his name? Dennis Allen or whatever the Saints coach's name is. I think it's Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen sounds right.
Why are you not playing Jameis?
I don't know.
Playing an old ginger man over a guy who's got explosiveness. And yeah, he throws too many picks, but here's the thing. You look at half of these games and it's like Andy Dalton throwing 3 picks. And it's like Jameis can throw 3 picks, but give you more yards and more touchdowns.
No, 100%. 100%. I am full in support of Jameis Winston starting. I don't know why he's not. And it's a waste of everyone's time having Andy Dalton in there.
And I get it if you're worried about a ball security issue type of thing, we can't turn the ball over that much. But Andy Dalton's turning the ball over a lot.
Yeah,
and Jameis Winston,
2 picks is nothing.
Jameis Winston is perfectly capable of turning the ball over just as much as Andy Dalton, but also putting up more yards and more touchdowns. So,
that'll just be a question for the ages there.
Just let Jameis fucking rip it. You're 2-5 with Andy Dalton starting. It's it ain't working.
But hey, I do want to shout out Kenny Pickett and the Steelers getting it done. Hey, he seems to be a serviceable guy for right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Serviceable. Now, I would like to welcome you to the segment of the show I like to call my Cardinals therapy session, because you would think I have a lot of good things to say about the Cardinals beating the Rams 27-17 at home. But Noah, I have absolutely zero good things to say about the Cardinals following that win. Why? Because I watched that shitty show called Hard Knocks. Okay? And let me tell you, bro. That whole team is as dysfunctional as you think. Here's how dysfunctional we are. Our offense runs better with our backup quarterback than the quarterback we're paying $275 trillion to. Okay? I will firmly stand by that. The Cardinals are dead if Kyler Murray steps back in that pocket. They are dead. Colt McCoy is the only thing giving us any chance right now. I wish I could say something different, but they have not shown me anything with Kyler, especially with D-Hop back. I mean, do they win this game with Kyler in? Probably. Do they win it by more points? I doubt it. And yeah, I just don't like the Cardinals. No, they make me sad. And I want to cry every single time I talk about them, and every single time I watch them. Because watching this game should have been an absolute rout, an absolute murder. But no, 27-17. It was a fairly close game the entire time. I hate Cardinals. I hate Cardinals. I hate Cardinals. But give me Colt McCoy.
Yeah, I mean, from watching the first episode of Hard Knocks myself, my biggest takeaway is, God, the Cardinals coaching staff is the most, like, uninspiring group of people ever.
Bro, I almost fell asleep.
They suck.
They're so
like,
bad.
No wonder these players don't give a shit. These coaches are terrible. They're, like, awful at inspiring any sort of like excitement or hope or motivation. They're just like, and I think it all stems down from that, but like, Jesus. And then you got D-Hop yelling at Kyler Murray, like, what are you looking at?
What are you looking at? Not even that. And then listening to Cliff Kingsbury talk to the team was probably the most depressing part of that entire episode. Because we have watched so many Hard Knocks, and Mike McCarthy is the most charismatic guy going back 2 years. But I mean, I at least felt something when he spoke. You know what I mean? But when Cliff talks, it's like I'm listening to a goddamn professor again, who's there with fucking tenure and doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, Cardinals missed the playoffs by a game or two this year, maybe
Easily.
3. I don't know.
Rams are dead too.
Yeah, the Rams kind of fucking suck.
They're bad. They're so bad. Von Miller and OBJ really made a difference on that team. And Cooper Kupp's probably injured now too. I haven't seen an official report, but he was taken off field.
Yeah, so if you had the Seahawks and 49ers finishing 1-2 in this division, go buy yourself a lottery. Go buy yourself a lottery ticket, because, like, what do you know that nobody else on this fucking planet knew? Yeah. I don't know. Cardinals win a game, not look pretty doing it, but whatever.
All right, but no, let's get a little positive. Okay, we talked about the Cardinals undeservingly winning a game. Let's talk about a team that deserved to win and that earned the win, and that being your Green Bay Packers. Congratulations as part owner of them. Coming out in overtime against the Cowboys, 31-28. Hard-fought victory, but a victory that I can say, at least on my end, just as a casual, Packers viewer, everything seemed to click. I mean, the defense gave up a lot of points, but that Cowboys offense is so good. It's hard not to. But Aaron Rodgers in the offense was able to figure it out, figure everything out. I think this might be a turning point for the Packers. I dare say.
Maybe.
That's as far as we're willing to go? Maybe?
It's possible.
You're just trying to get too happy about it, aren't you?
Nope. I can't get my fucking hopes up, because, they're going to get torn the fuck down again.
They could.
If we beat Tennessee at Lambeau Thursday night, I'm feeling a little bit better. Still not fully sold. If we beat Tennessee and then beat Philadelphia the next week, then I'm probably going to be fully back to just like die hard riding the Packers. And they might still let me down after that point. But we're waiting. We're enjoying this win over the Cowboys.
A good Cowboys team. Let's not discredit it. It's a good Cowboys team.
Yeah, and so we're going to enjoy this one. And if we beat Tennessee, we're going to have a little bit more hope. And then if we beat Philly the week after, then you know what? We're fully back. But, you look at Aaron Rodgers. He had, 2014? It was the RELAX, relax. And then 2016, he said, don't worry, we're going to run the table.
Yeah.
And they did. And made the playoffs. Barely. And then both years they lost in the NFC Championship game. Talk about that. And then this year the quote was after the game, he goes, "We're not dead yet."
not dead yet at all.
So I guess that's the slogan going forward this year. We're not dead yet.
Not dead until you're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. And by the way, I just found out the New York Mets are actually mathematically eliminated from the playoffs next year. As of right now, that's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, Sunday night football, no hell of a game. Chargers at 49ers. 49ers come away with those 22-16. Good number. I want to start off by saying great number by the books. They hung a number out there. Great number. If you were a Chargers better, you're more than happy. You're a Niners better like myself. That was fucking tragic. But hey, the 49ers continue to look good. I love that backfield with Debo and CMC when they run it. Chargers, though, they could win a couple more games. I mean, I saw a lot more out of them than I thought I was going to, for sure.
Yeah, they're pretty banged up, but
they're still they still win. They still compete.
Yeah, they're still a good football. They'll still make the playoffs. I ain't really worried about them. I mean, they're 5-4 right now. They got a tough one against the Chiefs next week, but they might pull off an upset. Not going to spoil anything for our NFL picks, but I am spoiling something. I may or may not be taking the Chargers to upset the Chiefs there, but.
Ooh. In Arrowhead or at home?
No, it's at SoFi, which is like a neutral site game.
I am like 3-1 on my underdogs this weekend, so I may continue that streak. Tune into NFL bets to find out.
But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
And yeah, other than that, AJ, I mean, we're recording this in the middle of the Philadelphia-Washington game.
Yeah.
Washington looking like they might pull off the upset, knocking off Philly for the first time this year. They got a 5-point lead with 4 minutes left. They are in a tough 3rd and 14 right now.
They are, but no, is this anything we're shocked by? I mean,
I was
Eagles to have this type of blow-up spot for a while.
Yeah, and they could very well still come back and win this game. I wouldn't be surprised, but I was all over Washington plus 11 this week. I don't think the Commanders are a bad football team.
No,
I think they're
terrible.
Right, terrible organization. I don't think their football team and their on-the-field product is that bad. I think they're plenty capable. They probably should have beat the Vikings last week.
Yeah.
They should be probably 5-4 right now with the chance to go to 6-4. This team's not a joke.
No, not a joke at all.
And we will see what happens with the end of this one, AJ. But,
You got anything else?
Hail to the Commanders. Hey, fucking shout out to U of A football knocking off USC. Did I call that or did I call that?
You called it.
Yeah,
you called it.
UCLA. I'm just going back 3 or 4 weeks when I said we were going to beat one of the 2 LA schools. I was not wrong. We did beat UCLA. They only fell 4 spots in the rankings. Little suspect there.
But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that tomorrow when we get the official college football power rankings. When that group gets together and makes a list, as if you and I couldn't do a better one.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
That just sparked my mind. Same thing that happened last year, just opposite. College basketball rankings came out this week.
I saw those. Yeah. I saw that.
ASU got 1 or 2 votes all the way up at like 17, or they got 1 vote up in 17 at the rankings.
Yeah.
apparently that happened last year in football after Arizona had lost 20 straight games.
Yeah.
Where they accidentally gave us 1 or 2 votes in the rankings. So just returning the favor. It got corrected within a couple hours, but ASU after losing to Texas Southern. Hey, they got a top 25 vote from somebody.
They did. Shout out to one fucking idiot.
Just like we did in football last year after losing 20 straight. Being 0 for having 0 wins on the season, and we still got some votes.
And remember, those are the people we rely on for our rankings and everything. With that being said, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Help us continue to grow. We're up to 170. No, we got 170 subscribers now. That's pretty hype.
That's 170 Degens, baby. Hey, follow my Twitter, Angle Money Train.
Dude, the money train is
college basketball, baby.
Holy shit. We need to do a college basketball video soon, Noah. We do. We bet on every single day. We gotta do a show soon.
Hey, I'm down.
I know. We'll figure that out. That's why you need to follow the channel, because we do shit like that all the time. Also, follow us on the socials. Hit that link tree down below in the description. And check out the merch store. We got merch. Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. We do have it, though. Check it out. And yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'm the Brofect1 AJ. That's the Money Train Noah. And we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.